A very good morning, students. So today we are going to discuss about the second part of the chapter, Journey from Primitive Man to Settled Life, second chapter, 6th standard GLCB textbook. I hope you all are ready. First of all, if you have not seen the first part of the video, then I request you to go back and watch the first part of this chapter. Then and then only I guess you will be able to move further and understand this part. So let's begin. So I have just made it a little easier for you to understand. So in the first part we discussed about how there is a boy who is traveling from one place to another, and his uncle is telling him that trains are just 150 years old in our country, but before that people used to move from one place to another with the help of bullock carts and horse carts and etc. So we stopped there, and also we discussed about the different types of stone ages: Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic. Though there is not much of information about the same in this chapter of yours, but this is just for your knowledge. The oldest stone age is considered to be the Paleolithic, the middle stone age is Mesolithic, and the newest stone age is Neolithic, though it is thousands of years ago. So today we are going to discuss about the discovery of certain things. First of all, discovery of wheel. This is marked as one of the most important discoveries of the ancient era, because it made the life of the primitive man very easy. He understood how the wheel works. First of all, there were no wooden wheels, there were the stone wheels, and there were actually the stones who used to tumble around, right, from higher altitude to the lower altitude. But it made the task easier to carry the heavy things, the heavy load from one place to another. So discovery of wheel is one of the very important discoveries of the ancient age or the primitive age. And second is discovery of fire. It is believed that approximately 11,000 years ago fire was discovered. Now you can just imagine how important this discovery would have been for a primitive man, because there are certain things. First of all, that the primitive man used to eat everything raw, right? And so with the help of fire he understood how to make use of fire and how to cook the food, how to cook the meat or even the vegetables or the fruits, whatever he used to get. Second important thing, that it helped the wild animals to stay away from himself. So fire was a big friend, right? Fire helped the primitive man a lot. Moving further, change in atmosphere. See, there was a massive change in atmosphere around 12,000 years ago, which is also considered to be a big shift in the life of a primitive man. So actually that is basically a journey from primitive man to settlement. Settled lifestyle began after there was a change in an atmosphere, discovery of fuel and discovery of fire. Once there was a change in atmosphere, there was increase in temperature, and then what happened? Due to the increase in temperature, there was growth in vegetables, fields and grasses. Now once the primitive man saw that grass, there is a growth in the grass, there is a growth in vegetation around, he thought that he can settle at a certain place where there is a lot of vegetation. So and because there was an increase in grass and increase in vegetation, increase in herbivores also was felt, right? Because they are grass eater, they are they don't eat meat. The herbivores, they eat the herbs, they eat the grass, they eat the vegetation. So there was an increase in the amount of the herbivores, and this helped the primitive men to understand herbivores as well. Slowly and steadily he became friends with the herbivores. He started domesticating. Dog was the first domesticated animal, and then he started domesticating goats and sheep and cows and buffaloes. Later, as you know, that ox and buffaloes, they came in use to the primitive man when he settled. They came and these animals helped in the farming, and we know how it worked later on. So, and finally, once primitive man was without any knowledge of the surrounding. It took years and centuries and maybe millennia to understand even the smallest of the thing that we take for granted today. It was not that easy for a primitive man. He was born without any kind of knowledge. He was born without any kind of discoveries or inventions that we are taking for granted these days. We just switch on and there is light in the whole area, or we get so restless if there is no electricity just for 3-4 hours. Imagine, close your eyes and imagine what would have been the life of the people before electricity. Okay, so it took years for each and every, even the smallest of the discovery took a lot of time. So now then finally he started understanding that okay, the grass is going, there is a vegetation, so I can settle over here, even I can grow the grass, I will just eat the fruit, throw the seed, and after some time, after say a period of 15 days or a month, there would be a sapling coming out of it which will grow in a bigger plant, okay, and then I can again consume those fruits or those vegetables. But this knowledge took a lot of time. So now, then finally he started farming, constructed huts near the river banks, and nomadic life came to an end. So finally what happened, that once he realized that he can live at certain place, he stopped moving around. He settled, as I discussed in the last video as well, water. Man started understanding that water is a bare necessity for his survival. So he constructed his huts with mud and thatched hay, grasses and everything near the river bank, and because water was a big important necessity for drinking, for other purposes, and for farming his fields as well. So then he started farming, constructed huts and near the river banks, and the nomadic life came to an end. So this is how the nomadic life came to an end. He understood that with the help of fire he can cook the grains. He farmed those grains, he farmed vegetation, he had this big fields where he used to do the farming every day. He harvested, he waited, he came to understand it, okay, if I have put the seed, कल ही नहीं उग के plant बाहर आ जाएगा, it will take some time. So he waited patiently, and that is how farming came into process. And farming is today as well one of the very, very important means of say livelihood for many people, for farmers, and of course we cannot live without vegetation. So I hope this is clear with everybody. Now moving further, there is an information about certain areas where specifically in India we can find the sites of primitive man. सबसे important है Mehergarh, right? So we get information about their human settlements and cattle rearing from places like Barjhom, Gafkal, Horangi, Mehergarh, Lankanach and Bhim-Bedka, which were discovered by our archaeologists. From places such as Mehergarh and Inamgaon, we even get information about their houses and farming. They used to grow grains like barley and bajra. Sharp stone implements have been found from the places like Mehergarh and Inamgaon. This might have been used for farming. So again, there were not many tools. Iron was still not discovered. Okay, so they used to cut the grass and all the vegetations or the roots with stones. So they used to do farming still with the stones, right? The sharpened stones. Mehergarh have been considered to be the oldest village of ancient India. This might anyways anytime come as a blank or a MCQ. You should remember the word Mehergarh because it is considered to be the oldest town of the ancient India. You see Mehergarh in map. Farming of barley and wheat started from here. They reared sheep and goat. They did farming and stored grains. Bones of animals have also been found here. They lived in rectangular houses. Small barns have also been found in their houses, right, for the domesticated animals to live or to store. According to the evidences found in Mehergarh, they honored the dead by burying them. Many such evidences have been found here. Evidence has been found at one place that goat was also buried along with man. This suggests their belief that there is life after death also. Now we don't know much about it, but as you know, even in Egyptian civilization, they used to bury their favorite servant. The king used to bury, after the death of the king, his favorite servant was also buried next to him, and all the items which were needed in afterlife, they believed in afterlife. So it is just a line over there that these people also believed in afterlife, but no such, there is not much about it mentioned over here. In the same way, a place named Inamgaon has been found in Maharashtra, from where remains of dead bodies of children have been found. They lived in round-shaped houses, reared cattle, and did farming of bajra and barley. Okay, this brings an end to the chapter. But if you can just, take 10 minutes out of all the technology that you are having after watching this video, just imagine, go to your terrace or sit in the window and just imagine about how the life of these men would have been. Imagine not having a house. First of all, not having a house, or not having the next meal, okay, or not having fire to cook your food, or not having a running water. Life was full of hardships, and we should forever be thankful to our ancestors, the historians, the archaeologists, the scientists. Because of all these people, we are so high in knowledge today. Life was never easy, especially for a primitive man, because they did not have knowledge of who they were. It took centuries and centuries of hard work, of understanding the basics of life, which then finally resulted in what you and me are today. We are technically very advanced, and still we don't know till what level the technology could go. Sky is the limit for technology, of course, but today, yes, we are living a settled life, a dignified life, a safe and protected life, thanks to all those who came before us. So it is a genuine request to all of you to just spare 10 minutes and think about what life they would have lived. Okay, so this brings an end to the chapter. I hope that I justified the chapter in a proper sense. If you have any question, please put it in the comment section. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching the video. Bye bye.